Hello everyone and welcome to Sunday Club. It is 3 o'clock on the dot and it's great to have you here with me. We've got loads to go through today. We've got a game, we've got a craft, we've even got a story being read to us, which is amazing. So who's it going to be? Is it going to be me on my own? No, of course not. I've got a whole team of people joining me. I've got Celia with me, I've got Alison with me, and I've got Andy with me. So without further ado, I think we should all get up off our feet and get ready for a game that is going to be led to us by Andy. So over to you, Andy.
Hey guys, how are you doing today? I am out here on my decking today, which means that there's only one game we could possibly be playing. It is Captain's Coming. Now, you may not have decking where you are. You're probably in your living room or somewhere similar, I imagine. But that doesn't mean you can't pretend to scrub your decking in the same way that I'll be scrubbing mine. So we're going to go over the basic instructions just so we remind ourselves exactly what to do. There's two that I've added in for today because we can do with a bit of running rather than just being on the spot. So I'm going to explain them and then we're going to play, okay? So I'm going to go out where it's a little bit sunnier just behind me. There we go, I'm now bathed in sunshine, glorious sunshine. So, as I said, one of the instructions is scrub the deck. So in order to do that, all you have to do is get down and scrub the deck. If you want to go on your hands and knees, you can go on your hands and knees, scrub, 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 scrub. So that's the first instruction. The second one is climb the rigging. So we're pretending that we're on a ship. So we're going to pretend that we're going to climb that rope rigging. So here we go. Climb the rigging. Climb the rigging. It's like climbing a really fast ladder. Next thing, probably the most important one, is Captain's Coming. When the captain comes, we need to stand at attention and salute. Then also there is the captain's wife, and when the captain's wife comes, we need to curtsy. Okay, so we've got scrubbing the deck, climbing the rigging, Captain's Coming, captain's wife. Now we're going to have our two new ones, and that is, we're going to go hard to port, which is left, so that's that way, hard to port, or hard to starboard, which is the other way. So the easy way to remember that is I left my port at home, or I left the port at home, whichever way you think. So left is port, right is starboard. So let's go over those again. Scrub the deck, down scrub, climb the rigging, Captain's Coming, Captain's wife, hard to port, hard to starboard. Okay, and there's going to be, how many more should we have? We'll have just one more for today, one more, and that is shark attack. So when I say shark attack, if you're on the floor, you have to find some way of getting off the floor. Now if you're in your living room and your parents don't like you jumping on the sofas, in the same way that I don't like Ezra jumping on the sofa, then you're going to need to be very careful when you get on the sofa. Now I'm in trouble because I've not really got much around me, so I might just have to sit up here and be like, ah! So, if I say shark attack, get yourself off the floor, because it could be that sharks are coming. You know what, let's have one more. We're going to introduce another new one, and it's pirates. So when I say pirates, you're going to stand on one leg as if you were a pirate with a peg leg, and you're just going to go, arr! Okay? Very simple. Stand on whichever leg you prefer, left or right, I mean it's your choice. You go, arr! You don't have to do the arm motion, I just like to. You can pretend you've got a hook, whatever. Okay, so, are we ready? Let's play Captain's Coming. So let's start off by climbing the rigging. Really high rigging. Oh, back down the rigging. Okay, down the rigging, down the rigging, down the rigging. So we can scrub the deck. Scrub the deck, scrub the deck, scrub the deck. Why are we scrubbing the deck? Well, because Captain's Coming. Oh. Okay, Captain's here. Ooh, scrub the deck again. Oh no, again. Oh, again. Because the Captain's wife is coming. Oh no. Ready? Okay, hard to the port. Hard starboard. Port again. Stop again. Down the rigging. Oh my goodness. Down the rigging. Oh my god. Shark attack. Sharks are gone, but now the pirates. Arr! And scrub the deck. Down the rigging. Hard to starboard. Oh, did I catch you up? Hard to port. Starboard again. And to starboard. Oh, and port. And the captain's coming. And the captain's wife. Oh, more pirates. Arr! And scrub the deck. Climb the rigging. It's getting hard. It's getting hard. Shark attack. Okay, I think we're safe. Whew. Oh my goodness me. I think that's probably enough activity for me. But let's see if you can do this by yourself now. So, let's have... Scrub the deck. Go on, get down, scrub that deck, scrub that deck, scrub that deck. Climb the rigging. Climb it, climb it, climb it. Hard to starboard. Go that way. Hard to port. Starboard again. Port again. Starboard. Port. Port. Starboard. Climb the rigging. Pirates. Arr. Captain's coming. Captain's wife. Oh, captain again. He left and came back. Pirates. Arr. Shark attack. Okay, well done guys. You have done fantastically well this afternoon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your session, and I will see you again soon. Bye!
Fantastic, that was great fun. I had to take a break halfway through. I was running out of breath. Who needs Joe Wicks when you've got Andy shouting out instructions to us all? So thank you for that. Don't worry if you are feeling a bit tired now, because we can all take a seat and relax, because we're going to hear part of the Bible being read to us, and it's a great story. Maybe get yourself a biscuit or something, and just sit comfortably and listen to the story. It's a great one. So over to Celia for that one.
Today's story is from Acts 4, verse 1 to 4, 23 to 31. Peter and John could not stop talking about Jesus. Jesus is God's son, they said. Jesus died on a cross. 3 days later, he came alive again. Isn't it wonderful? Lots of people listened to what Peter and John were saying. They wanted Jesus to be their friend too. They thought it was exciting that the man who used to sit outside the temple could now walk and run and jump. Your God must be very special, they said to Peter and John, if he can do amazing things like that. They wanted to learn more about God. But some important people got angry. They did not like Peter and John talking about Jesus. They put him in prison. Next day, Peter and John were let out of prison, and they still kept talking about Jesus. Peter and John prayed to God, "Please help us to be brave when we talk to people about you. We want everybody to find out how wonderful you are." The big question is, why would someone choose prison rather than stop talking about Jesus?
Thank you, Celia. Isn't that a great story? And a true story, which is the most important thing that we know. So I want you to take a few minutes to have a little think. You can do your thinking beards at home, maybe scratch your head like you're really concentrating. And think, if you were put in prison today for talking about Jesus, who do you know that would be in prison? I would be. Andy would be. All your Sunday club leaders would be in prison. And not only that, even our vicar, Mark. Can you imagine that? And actually today, Some people are still put in prison for talking about their faith. Now, luckily, that's not us. Where we are safe, and we can talk about Jesus freely. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard. We're not sure quite what to say or how to answer certain people's questions. But as long as we can be bold with our faith, in the Bible it tells us to be bold. We don't just have to do it in our own strength. We can rely on Jesus. We've got his strength as well as our own. And we can tell people all about the most amazing things. Now, I don't know about you. I know that I'm pretty loud, or I can be very, very loud. But sometimes even I need a little bit of help when I'm trying to tell people things. So, if you've got some paper, some pens, some scissors, and some tape or glue, then gather them together, because we're going to learn how to make something that will help us spread the word about how amazing Jesus is. We're going to go over to Alison for that. So thank you, Alison, and everyone. If you need time to get your bits and pieces, then you can always pause the video, go and get them, and then come back and hit play again. But for now, let's head over to Alison.
Hello everybody at Sunday Club. It's really lovely that you could come and join us this afternoon, and I'm going to show you a little craft that will go with the story that you've been learning about. So the disciples were wanting to tell other people about Jesus, and they were praying to God to help them to be bold in sharing their faith in Jesus. So we are going to make today a megaphone to remind us that we can be bold too about telling people about Jesus. So you're going to need a piece of A4 paper. I've found a blank one. And the first thing you're going to do is to make a little curve around the top. So it doesn't have to be terribly neat and accurate. I've just made a curve, and I'm going to cut that curve so that my megaphone, when I finally made it, will sort of meet up at the edges. So this is going to be the bottom of the megaphone when we put it together like that to then speak through. And we are going to decorate it any way we like, maybe with telling people on the outside here our favourite things about Jesus. So I'm aware that when we stick it together, there's going to be a corner that won't be seen. So we just have to be trying to make sure we get our words or our decoration able to be seen. So I have done some bubble writing. I quite like bubble writing, if you can see that. And we could decorate it. I'm going to leave one kind of corner here blank. But I know that I want to tell people that Jesus is risen, and he is holy, and he is amazing, and he is glorious. And one of my favourite things about Jesus is that he is loving, and he is powerful, and he is forgiving. So you can put all sorts of things that you love about Jesus on your megaphone. I've got some stickers I've managed to find, and little star stickers. I thought I'd put some little stars over it as well, because I know in the Bible it tells me to shine like a star in our generation. So that might remind me to try and share my faith in my family or with my friends, if I can FaceTime them or if I can bump into them in the street. So I've got a few stars there, and the last thing we need to do is to put it together. You might have taken a bit longer to decorate yours. I'm sure you've done it brilliantly. I am going to just join it together with my curved edge on the outside. And I knew that I'd lose a little bit. And I'm just going to use a little piece of tape to join it together. And there I have my megaphone to remind me to tell people about Jesus, so I can tell the good news loud and bold through my megaphone. So you have a go at doing yours, and if you can send us a picture of what you've done, that would be brilliant. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you, Alison. That looked fantastic. I'm so excited to see all the ones that you guys are making in your own homes at the moment. You can decorate them however you want. Get creative. Those of you who I've worked with in Sunday Club already know how much I love this bit of the session, where we can get some stickers out and some pens and loads of different things and create something awesome. And because I love to see them, I want you to share them all on Facebook, or you can email them to us. Ask your parents or guardians to send them to us. And then if you want us to, we can post them out there for lots of people to see, which would be fantastic to have a gallery of all the different ones. Oh, don't panic if you haven't finished yours yet. We're going to be posting those photos all up until next Sunday when we have the next Sunday Club, so we've got some time to finish it. It's okay. Usually at the end of Sunday Club we finish our craft and then we have to run downstairs before all the biscuits are gone, but we don't have to do that anymore. So take your time and make something really, really cool, and I can't wait to see it. So we're coming to the end of today's Sunday Club. I hope you've had loads of fun. I really enjoyed getting everyone together and doing what we'd usually do every week once again. I even made my own Sunday Club poster to really feel at home. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to say a short prayer and then we'll end. So let's pray. Lord, thank you so much for all the fun and games and crafts and stories that we do and hear in your name, that we can have fun, also learn about how amazing you are. I ask you to give each of our members of Sunday Club and any guests the courage and the boldness to speak out to people they meet about you. Thank you that we can do that safely. Amen. It's been great to see you all, and we'll see you next week. Have a great time and send us those pictures. Bye!